Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on this Thursday night. We have several developing stories as we come on the air, and we're going to begin tonight with the fallout from the grand jury decision in Louisville, Kentucky. No police officers charged in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. One officer charged with wanton endangerment for recklessly firing into Breonna Taylor's neighbor's apartment. But tonight, her family asking, what about Breonna Taylor's safety, the bullets that hit her? And new questions tonight about why the officers came to her home that night in the first place. The grand jury's decision more than 6 months after the 26-year-old EMT was shot and killed in her apartment in the middle of the night. Protesters taking to the streets in Louisville and in cities from New York across the country to Los Angeles, most of them peaceful. And then that headline that broke overnight, that in Louisville, 2 officers had been shot. Tonight, a suspect now in custody. Authorities will not say if that suspect was a protester. And in Seattle tonight, a police officer is under investigation for taking his bicycle right over the head of a protester. Across the country, thousands gathering in the streets, still asking for justice for Taylor, her mother tweeting, "The system failed Breonna." And tonight, Taylor's family now demanding the grand jury transcripts be released, and what the governor is now saying. ABC's Alex Perez from Louisville, again tonight.
Tonight, Louisville and cities across the country bracing for more unrest after the grand jury's decision to not charge any of the officers involved in Breonna Taylor's shooting with her death. One officer was charged with 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment for shooting into a neighboring apartment, putting tenants at risk. Protesters outraged. What about Breonna Taylor's safety? Taylor's family lawyer today demanding the release of the grand jury transcript.
They want to know what evidence did Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron present to that grand jury? Did he present any evidence on behalf of Breonna Taylor?
Tonight, Kentucky's governor, however, saying that transcript can be released. That grand jury decision sending protesters coast to coast to the streets, most peaceful, some violent. In Louisville, 2 officers shot and injured. Tonight, suspect Larynzo Johnson now facing multiple charges, including 2 counts of first-degree assault. Police declining to say whether he was a protester. In Seattle, a criminal investigation requested after this video showing an officer pushing his bike over a protester's head. That officer now put on leave. And tonight, more questions about why officers came to Breonna Taylor's apartment in the first place. Authorities have said they believed a former boyfriend of Breonna Taylor, an alleged drug dealer not living in her home, was using her address for trafficking. But he was already in custody before officers even arrived to her home, and drugs were never found in the apartment. The family's attorney says the affidavit to get that warrant said the postal inspector's office was inspecting packages to Breonna's home as part of a trafficking probe, something the postal inspector denies. The Kentucky Attorney General saying his investigation found the 3 cops were not involved in obtaining the warrant.
They were called into duty as extra personnel to effectuate the service of the search warrant.
The grand jury charging now former Officer Brett Hankison with wanton endangerment for allegedly shooting aimlessly at another apartment. Breonna's family attorney questioning why charges for shooting at her white neighbors, but not at Breonna.
There was no wanton endangerment charge for bullets that went into Breonna's apartment, nor were there any charges of wanton murder for the bullets that went into Breonna Taylor's body, nor were there wanton endangerment charges for Breonna's black neighbors who had bullets going to their apartment above her.
Late today, the Louisville Police Union releasing a statement calling the investigation into the incident thorough and unbiased. Activist and attorney Sadiqa Reynolds has been here protesting for months.
With the Attorney General's announcement, part of our hope died. Our hope that someone finally would see us, would value us.
Tonight, Louisville authorities preparing for possibly more demonstrations. The mayor here pleading with protesters.
We know about the 1 officer charged. Alex, in the meantime, what's the status of the other 2 officers who were not charged? I know many are asking, are they back on the force?
David, authorities today said those 2 officers are now on administrative leave. They, along with 4 others, are now part of an internal investigation to determine if they violated department policy. They could now face termination. David?
Alex Perez, we can hear the choppers overhead there tonight. Our thanks to you again this evening.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.